The Arctic, the home of the sad, dying polar bears, is warming way faster than any other region on Earth, with temperatures now being 2.3 degrees warmer than they were in pre-industrial levels. And the surface air temperatures are still warming at twice the rate of the rest of the globe. The sea ice over the Arctic is melting, with the 12 years with the lowest extent of sea ice coverage all occurring in the last 12 years. There are also continuing long-term trends with the decline of snow coverage and the melting of the Greenland ice sheet. These factors combined means that there's more water running through rivers in the Arctic Circle in the summer, and also that the Arctic tundra vegetation is greening. And all of this has a profound impact on the wildlife that can be found in the Arctic, with woodier plants and warmer temperatures making it harder for reindeer and muskoxen to survive, especially with warmer temperatures leading to more ice formation in the layers of snow, so it's harder to dig up food. Also, the sea ice that is disappearing is critical to marine life in the Arctic, with a lot of species being put at increased risk, such as narwhals, polar bears, and walruses. The red fox species has also started moving into the Arctic tundra now that it can survive there better due to the warmer temperatures, and it's much larger than the Arctic fox and can kill it and outcompete it for food. Killer whales are also spending more time in the Arctic, which is further endangering the species that they prey on, such as narwhals. And fish are continuing to migrate further north in this region. But what is probably most important to the rest of the world and will affect you a lot more is the albedo effect. Albedo is a measure of how much a surface can reflect solar energy, with 0 meaning that it barely reflects it at all and absorbs pretty much all the energy that comes to it, and 1 meaning that it reflects all of the energy that comes to it. You can also think of this as sort of the whiteness of a surface, so you probably intuitively kind of know about this effect already with, when you go out in the summer and you're wearing a black shirt, then you're going to be a lot warmer than if you're wearing a white shirt. And the same thing happens in the Arctic, but on a much larger scale. So the albedo of the sea, at least in the Arctic, I don't know if it changes around the world or not, but it's got a value of 0.06. So it absorbs most of the sun's energy and keeps the warmth here on Earth, whereas sea ice has an albedo between 0.5 and 0.7, so it reflects most of the energy that comes to it. And with that energy comes warmth. Snow cover increases the albedo to 0.9, so the fact that there's declining snow cover also really influences this effect. So this forms a positive feedback mechanism, and positive here doesn't actually mean a good thing. It means that when the sun's rays come to the Arctic and they usually get reflected off the sea ice and the snow, instead, now that there's a lot more sea uncovered, more of it gets absorbed, which then increases the temperature in the Arctic region and means that more sea ice is melting, so then more sea is exposed, more heat is absorbed, etc. You get the picture. And then all this heat building up in the Arctic eventually spreads to around the world. So let me know in the comments if you think I've missed anything that's super important, or you can just click around here. I don't know where the things are going to be right now, to go look at what's happening in other areas of the world.